BA Optional English Semester 3 William Butler Yeats. William Butler Yeats, Anglo-Irish poet and playwright. There's so much written about him. He is regarded as most remarkable poetic geniuses of the English language, and he has a voice which is distinctly his own. Developed lifelong attachment to the countryside and its people because of his upbringing there. He was fascinated by Irish stories and myths. He is influenced by nationalist leader John O'Leary, guiding spirit of the Irish Renaissance. Yes, he was a strong adherent of the Irish nationalist movement, hence closely involved in establishing an Irish national theatre. Was the director of Abbey Theatre, played an important role in the revival of Irish drama. During the theatre years, he befriended two women. Both women had profound influence on his life and poetry, Morgan and Lady Gregory. Love happened many times with many women, but we all remember Maud Gonne more. She was a very beautiful actress and Irish revolutionary. Yeats desperately fell in love with her and approached her many a times, and she repeatedly refused his proposals. It was an unrequited love, and he was very sad when Maud Gonne got married to John McBride, but it was a troubled marriage and she sought divorce, and she wasn't given a divorce, but then she was given custody of her daughter. And later in life, Yeats proposed to her again, which was refused again. Another person who had great influence on him was Lady Gregory, and she was a patron of Irish writers. Yeats' partner in the Irish National Theatre, she inculcated in Yeats a respect for the elegant aristocratic life. In 1917, Yeats married Georgie Hidleys. She led him towards his long-time interest in spiritualism, which is uh, which is evident in his book A Vision. Poetic career of W.B. Yeats. Yeats wrote some 20 plays, but his true genius lay in poetry. More than any other poet of his time, we can see in him a sustained transition for over 5 decades. First phase of his poetry, escape into a world of fantasy and magic, particularly of Irish folklore, legends, and the occult. Style is in the pre-Raphaelite mode, melodious, incantatory, and decorative. Then comes the second phase. He starts showing um, growing courage in facing and expressing the harshness of contemporary reality. This development is constantly towards a packed compactness, a rich and evocative symbolism, a simplicity of statement which conceals great depth of thought and design. Then comes the third phase. It is the transitional middle period. One can witness Yeats coming out of his ivory tower, the bitterness of frustrated love, his growing disillusionment with the Irish nationalists, his involvement in setting up the Abbey Theatre, his exposure to French symbolists and images, all contributed towards a different kind of poetry. The last period and the fourth phase, what happened here was he was placed in the leagues of the great. During this time, Yeats was disturbed by political turmoil in Europe and the poetic output marked by intensity and complexity. In the fourth phase, Yeats started using complex systems of personal symbols. Symbols included the jar, the wheel, and the tower. Produced haunting masterpieces like Second Coming, Easter 1916, Sailing to Byzantium, Leda and the Swan. So, with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you.